Remember that? You know that American TV show I was telling you about? I made the biggest dick of myself on that show. It was called Chelsea Lately. Now, some of you will know this show. And I don't want to diss the show because I was so excited to be on it. But Chelsea Handler is a late-night American talk show host. And she had this show where people go on and they make fun of celebrities of the day, right? Now, they asked me to go on the show. And I went, yeah, okay. And they said, but you got to be mean. I went, what? So we've seen your act and you're not mean. We need mean. And I went, oh, I'm not good at mean. And I'm honestly not good at mean. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I try and do mean jokes, I forget the jokes and I'm just a dick. Do you know, I'll be at a party and people are doing mean jokes and they'll go, yeah, what about the time you, yeah, and someone else will go, yeah, and then you did that thing, and I'll be the one that goes, yeah, and then what about that time? And they'll go, oh, Jesus, Adam, what are you thinking? So here's the thing, I turned up for this show and they said, we want you to be mean, and I went, all right. Again, I'm trying to impress the Americans. I'm trying to do what the Americans want. They said, be mean, and I went, yeah, I'll be mean. So I turned up on the day and they said, we need you to write jokes about Megan Fox. I went, I don't know who she is. They went, Megan? I went, her? Yep, I'm with you. Megan Fox, go on. What do you want me to write? They said, well, she's having trouble putting on weight. Write some jokes about that. I went, I don't care. I don't know really who she is, and I don't care that she's having trouble putting on weight. They said, be mean. I went, all right. So I sat on my own and I wrote the meanest jokes I could possibly think of about this woman that I've never met and I've got no problem with. Okay? Just before the show, a producer comes in, what do you got? I went, oh, I've written the meanest shit ever about Megan Fox. She went, good, be as mean as you want. Chelsea hates her. I went, you're on, bitch. So I meaned it up even more. Now, 2 minutes before I was due to go on the show, all the other comedians gathered around, and one of them just started to go, so you got any jokes on Megan Fox? Who? Megan. Oh, yes, I do. I went, good, man, because we got nothing. If they open with that, you have to do your joke and save us all, man. Otherwise, it's just going to be awkward. I'm like, okay. So Chelsea Handler walks out, and again, I do love her, but sweet Jesus. She walked, hey, Australia, I've been here 7 days. I haven't seen one black person yet. You got Asians everywhere. They won't leave me alone. Hey! All right, let's talk about Megan Fox. Who's got anything? I went, oh, man, I'm going to have to do my bit. So this is what I said. First thing on the show, first up on American TV, this is what I came out with. All right, Megan Fox is having trouble putting on weight. Now, if you're a Hollywood actress, you work out 8 hours a day, you have your own dietitian, you drink nothing but mango pips and guava juice, you're not allowed to complain that you can't put on weight. The only people allowed to complain about not being able to put on weight are cancer patients. That was the response I got. But I at least thought Chelsea would go, yeah, you tell that bitch, boom. She just went... Was your punchline the phrase cancer patients? And I'm like, yeah, what? Isn't that what you want? She was like, oh my God, dude. What are you going to do, make a joke about Holocaust victims next? And had I been thinking, I would have gone, actually, good point, they can complain about not being able to put on weight as well. But I didn't, I froze. I just went, I don't know. Honestly, I didn't say a word for the next 20 minutes, mainly because no one talked to me. Just as the show was about to finish, I think out of pity, they went, let's throw another question at this guy. Now, they'd been talking about Charlie Sheen, because Charlie Sheen had just had his big Hollywood meltdown. And they said, us Americans, we're embarrassed by Charlie Sheen. What do you Aussies think of him? And I thought, say something positive. Come on, be positive. And I went, this is what I tried to say. We look at Charlie Sheen the way you guys used to look at the crocodile hunter. When he's one of your own, yeah, you're a little bit embarrassed. But when he's from another country, he's a hero. But here's what I said. We look at Charlie Sheen the way you guys used to look at the crocodile hunter. And she just went, oh, the dead guy? Your two jokes tonight have been cancer patients and the dead guy. He's not coming back on the show, folks. I'm not allowed back on the show. And I'm like, I thought this is what you wanted. Even the night it went to air, I thought, you know what, I'm going to watch this because maybe someone will tweet. Maybe someone will watch and go, hey, the guy was trying to make a joke. No. Honest to God, 2 minutes before the show went to air, Chelsea Handler received this tweet. Dear Chelsea, thinking of you tonight on this, the 2nd anniversary of your mother's death from cancer. I know. Could only have gone worse if her father had been taken by a stingray. I spent 2 months trying to work out how that went so horribly wrong, soul-searching, trying to work it out. Do you know who put it into perspective for me, of all people? The Dalai Lama. Honestly, because 2 months after that happened, I was asked to host a concert for the Dalai Lama in Australia. Because when he tours, he loves a bit of Oz rock. So I met the Dalai Lama backstage at a gig. Honestly, at a rock gig. I'm behind the curtains just having a bit of a chat, and then someone went, Adam, and I went, what? Ah! Hello. And I'm like, hello, Your Holiness, I'm Adam. Hello. I'll be hosting the show. I know. Okay. What do you say to the Dalai Lama? I don't know where to go with this. Thankfully, someone went, all right, guys, we're on. His Holiness took my hand and went, let's do it. I walk out on stage holding hands with the Dalai Lama. We get out to the microphone. He sits down. Now, this week, during the week that this had happened, an Australian journalist had tried to tell His Holiness a joke during an interview. Okay, and it went like this. Mid-interview, he went, so the Dalai Lama walks into a pizza bar. And the Dalai's like, pizza bar? And his translator went, oh, pizza bar, continue. The Dalai Lama walked into a pizza bar and said, can you make me one with everything? Now, that's not a bad joke. If you speak English and you're not a Tibetan monk, the Dalai Lama honestly looked at him and went, it is possible. It was so awkward. I met the journalist a couple of months later and went, mate, what were you thinking? He honestly said, mate, my 12-year-old son told me to tell him that joke. You just know he got home that night and his son went, oh, you did it, Dad, you dickhead. So I walked up on stage. His Holiness is sitting there. I said, Your Holiness, my name is Adam. I'm a comedian. I'm not a musician. I'm a comedian. But I promise I will not try to tell you a joke. And he looked at his translator, and his translator went, I said, a comedian? I said, no joke. And His Holiness looked at me and went, I think I achieved Buddhist comedy enlightenment. Because I made the Dalai Lama laugh by doing nothing. He then got up, took the microphone, and he summed up what mistake I had made on Chelsea lately. He took the microphone, looked at a room full of people and said, I am a simple Buddhist monk. I do not know music. I do not know comedy. But I know this. You have a microphone. Use it to say something. The whole room just went, oh. And then I'm not kidding. He did a comedy routine. His Holiness the Dalai Lama then said, for example, you should tell people about non-violence, not peace. Countries go to war for peace. How can you fight for peace? You cannot fight for non-violence. That is crazy. Seriously, I expected him to go, you, what's your name? Where are you from? Try the tofu. I'm here all week. Unless you're Chinese, then I'm not here. Oh, I'm dying up here. It's okay, I'll come back.